Sup people, Shrooms here. Today I'm back with another Shadowverse video featuring this deck and this card here. As you can see here, turn 5/5 gain an empty play orb, and then when you enhance it, if you can destroy something, you gain storm and deal 3 damage. Basically this is a very strong card in this meta right now, I think. Even though the meta has not been that well adjusted yet or settled down yet, I have 85% win rate with this deck. Yeah, another 85% win rate deck. So let me just show you here. I have two Dragoncraft decks, two Dragoncraft games here, so just ignore that. And you can see here, 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, and 4 losses. So if I can bring up my calculator here, yep, if I can do some math here, yep, 85%, 85.7142 whatever percent that is. So 4 losses out of 28 games, which is quite insane. Yep, another new meta deck in the rotation format. So let me just show you how the decks look like. It's a aggro to mid-range deck. It do very well in the mid game or early game as well. It doesn't do that well in the late game if they can out-heal you or do something to block you from hitting their face. Yeah, but overall this is a very good deck. The game now won't normally last more than 10 turns, so this is quite a good deck in the meta right now. Yep, so let me just show you some games. Oh wait, before that let me show you an image. Yep, if you start first you can follow the top part here. If you start second you can follow the below part here. When you start first, the top part there will be the ideal, and if you start second, it wouldn't be the ideal, but it's quite good because it can clear the board. Deal 2 damage to all minions, and then you can have hit with a 7/7, and then most likely you will deal 5 damage to the face as well. And then on the right hand side, if you have 10 PP, which is quite easy to get in this deck, basically turn 6, turn 7 you can get 10 PP sometimes. Yeah, you can do this combo here. You have 14 damage to the face and 3 damage to all minions, and most likely you can hit face with this card because 3 damage to all minions will clear all ward. So yeah, it's quite a very good, very heavy dealing face damage deck with like just a few cards. Even if you don't have that dragon rearing, you will deal 12 damage as well with an evolve. Without evolve, 10 damage, which is insane. Just 2 cards can deal 10 damage. Yep. So okay, 2 cards at 9 PP, but it's quite an easy task as well. So let's just jump into some replays. So I would say that this game has quite a ideal start. It's not the best start like the image, but it's quite good. So whenever you don't get RAM, you just throw away all the cards and you try to find RAM. And most of the time I keep this 1 mana 1/2. If a 1 PP 1/2, if I have it in my hand, I just keep it, then throw away the rest if they are not RAM, because you might get RAM later. So I'm quite lucky here. I drew the Reggie Peerless Artisan, which is the best on turn 3 if you have a buff. Although it's not the 2/2, but if there's a 2/2, the person will lose immediately because it's like 3. Now he will have 16 life already for against Witch, because Witch usually does nothing until like turn 3 or something like that. Because it's a spell boost Witch. Yeah. I'll show you a few games with different classes, but this is quite an ideal start and he's a bit unlucky. Yep. And this hits this as well. And then he did a mistake as well. He evolved this to hit this and left this as 2 health. And guess what happens now? A little bit of PM there. Hit for 5. Clear everything. And you do 5 damage again with a 7-7. This is like the ideal start. Or semi-ideal start. Of course, this deck, when you start first, you'll probably win like a lot. But if you start second, sometimes you losers, but then you still win quite a few games. Yep. And then let me see. Maybe this one here. Yep. But against a forest craft. I think this one I have a bit of luck with my draw here, but yeah, it is what it is. This deck is just like that. This game I have too much RAM here, but I relied on a top deck to win the game. But yeah, because you have all these cards in the deck, which is all crazy face damage deck and face damage cards, you can sometimes rely on top deck as well. So you have too much RAM here. Like, what is this? Then I drew this 4 mana 3/2 storm, in which if you have overflow, you gain a last word. But then I see that he have nothing here, and this will probably hit for twice. I decided to play this card, but he got a bit of lucky. I mean, he got a bit lucky here. He got a taunt here, and actually I decided very long what to play here. I don't know what you guys will play here, but this is my decision here at that time. I drew a double ramp here. I don't know if you guys will do this, but I thought that double ramp here will set me up for the future, because I have quite a few card draws as well. So I decided to do that, but then I didn't get any card draws in this game, so I relied on top deck to win this game. The first top deck isn't that awesome, but I thought that this was set up for Roy Dragon River, so I didn't bullet bite this. Actually, any what is this card? Amulet. Any amulet here will do fine with Roy, because it reduced by 3. And it's set up just nicely for Roy if I need it, because this is my hand right now. I left with 3 cards and I will probably need to PP boost this, use the enchant 8 to do some damage here. Yeah, and that's what I did, because my top deck here wasn't that amazing as well. It's a same one. Yep. I mean, 2 of the top deck wasn't great, so the next one that comes should be at least decent, right? I didn't evolve here because in case I need an evolve point for like some bot clear or something like that. Yeah. Yep, and that's why you don't evolve there. I got a top deck here, quite nice. So 2 failed top deck and 1 nice top deck here. And then I do 5 here. And obviously, if I'm going to win here, the next one must be good. Some spoilers here, but else I probably lose here. So you can see what happens here. I think that's a small mistake that he didn't play the Resolve of Knife Tails or something like that, which that is called. Because it gave this 4-4 plus 4-4 and it'll be a 5-5, and I don't have Lethal anymore. And look, the top deck here. But actually there's quite a few top deck that I can have here to at least clear the board, but I might lose. So that's there's only 3 top deck here because I used one of this. It's either this card here. I forgot what I don't remember the names. This Gar Feast of Rage, and two of these because one was used, right? Yeah, and then this deck only have one Dragonic Core because I don't need that much. Basically, you just need to, when you use it, you just also that I only played one Gardogaza Feast of Rage because that if I use the card draw, you will guarantee me Java also. Then on 8 PP, you can use that card draw and Java together. And then let me just show you one more game that I have 0 RAM at all. But then against a Pottercraft, this deck is very good against Pottercraft. You get a very good start. I mean, decent start is also can as well. Because Pottercraft like to play the amulet on 5 mana, and they just use their whole turn playing that most of the time on turn 5 or turn 6 or something like that, and then you have free damage on them. Yeah, in this round I have 0 RAM at all. I'm not that lucky. I forgot, did I keep these 2 together? I think I keep these 2 together in hope of getting any RAM, but I didn't get any. But I mean, so just look at this match here. I don't think that's a very bad start for the Pottercraft. So he's also having quite a decent start. So but maybe he didn't play. Did he play any 2 drops? Maybe not. I think he chose the Paradigm Shift or something like that. Yeah, maybe he didn't have a 2 drop, but yep. Okay, he have that card, he cannot play it. He have that amulet card because there's a threat of 8 damage crazy minion here. So he has 10 life left. Then I thought here he's going to die either way. I don't need to do RAM or anything. Just keep going face and I'll have a chance to win. Because if this card reach late game, as you know, this meta Pottercraft with this amulet, Mobilized Factory, finally, Mobilized Factory will be insane. Yeah, Pottercraft must play this card to have a chance of winning any game. So if he play this, most of the time you hit face too much and he will have lost. Yeah, 0 RAM here. You might think that this deck might need RAM always to win, but in some games, unlucky games, you might not reach any RAM at all. So you also can win the games because there's a lot of slow decks that need setup, like the Witch as well. Some Witch is playing that 20 cards or under deck. They need setup as well. There's so many setup in this meta here, and this deck doesn't need any setup. You just keep playing and hit face. And sometimes you need to control some cards as well, but here's the deck, and this is the card to look out for in this meta. And all these cards are previously already released, I think. So you wouldn't need that much money to buy new packs. If you don't have any, you just need to craft this Roy Dragon River here, and you'll just win the game easily. Not that much thinking as well, maybe some trading, and that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoy it, and then have fun winning with this crazy deck. Goodbye.